Jim VP. 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 Now, no. Let me say this. What you witnessed last night and what I witnessed last night is why you watch sports. You watch sports because you want to see the best do things like that. And it's one thing to hear about it. It's one thing to hear about Spider scoring 70. It's another thing to see your guy doing it.
It was amazing.
I don't understand how a guy who's now keep in mind Jimmy's a lot taller than people think. He's like 6'8", 6'9".
He's like 6'7". I
No.
think he's 6'7".
You see him standing next to Bam?
I do see him. He's 6'7".
Okay.
It's a generous 6'8" you're giving him. But he's still a moot. He's still a brick house.
To see him dominate and do what he wants on the basketball court with the same guy who stuffed Bam 3 times.
Amazing.
And another guy who won Defensive Player of the Year.
And another guy who should be Defensive Player of the Year basically every year in Drew Holiday.
Right.
And fouled out Chris Middleton.
Right. All you can say is wow. And you got to watch it.
It was crazy.
I had a friend who was at the game and left in the beginning of the fourth quarter.
No.
And he's texting.
-1.
I got his text right here.
Wow.
And we're all calling him an idiot.
Dude.
And he's missing the greatest thing in the world.
Dude, Leroy, it was such I'm still shook by last night.
When he started the game in the first quarter, you're like, oh no. That's it. He's going to be gassed.
I thought he was going to be done.
To do it again.
I thought he was done. No. And not only that, I thought the first quarter was some of the greatest basketball I had already seen. Right. An individual, because nobody showed up for him in that first quarter.
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
Everybody was just like shrinking in the moment. Giannis is back. He's dunking on everybody. He's kicking it to Brook Lopez. The shooters are involved. Oh my God, that's bad. Wow. Yep. And Jimmy Butler's like, not like this, dude. Not like this. And
could you imagine? Like, I know Jimmy ain't gonna say nothing bad about his boys, but could you imagine, like, anybody?
Last night, and that's the thing that's funny. Like, if Jimmy Butler would have lost that game, how furious he would have been. But because he wins, it's just like the difference. But dude, his ability to summon this in the highest games when the team needs it. Because, look, last night is not a game 7. You're in a good spot.
Yep.
But if you have a chance to win this series, if you're going to win this series, if you're going to pull off the upset, even I who picked the Heat, I'm like, look, I know how they have to do this. Got to split. Got to win your home games. That's how you got to do it. And they felt that last night because Giannis walks in there and he gives you all of Giannis.
To the point where he's exhausted.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was incredible.
Here's what's amazing. Giannis got help from Brook Lopez.
Brook Lopez is amazing.
Jimmy got help from no one.
Nobody. A little Caleb, a pinch of Caleb Martin.
Well, and here's the thing. I'm not going, you know what? I'm going to exclude Caleb from that. Because his role has really never been as a scorer. He's a transition guy. He's a guy that'll spot up and shoot you a 3. And he's a guy that keeps the engine going defensively.
Dude, but you want to know, and like this is obviously the Jimmy Butler show. We're here to celebrate Jimmy Butler.
Oh, yes.
Which, by the way, all the Jimmy Butler celebration brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford. Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. I got lost in my Gym VPs.
Oh, I'm so happy you started the show with the chant. Can you do
join
it again?
us.
Because J-Fig missed it.
No.
That's not
No.
One more time.
No.
Come on, one more time.
Hey,
One more
no.
time.
Hey, come on, time.
Come on.
I was until a cop made me go into a different
Wow.
route than I had to come.
Wow.
Hey,
Lashing out.
got to tell you, That's a new one.
It's not a new
Pass
one.
that one on the good lane.
Okay. Oh,
Pass that one on the
man.
good
So,
lane. Because it can't keep flooding.
But think about this,
Right?
Caleb.
Got him rain to
it
flood.
wasn't the
Caleb
flood.
Martin last year, he was the other twin. Cast off.
Right. That's what I'm
Cast
saying.
off, dude.
And guess what? Have you heard from the other twin?
No, I actually saw the other twin at, I think, the play-in game. I saw him. He was just hanging, supporting.
Right.
Mental, moral support. But this dude is hitting, he's the king of the long two with his toe on the line. That's his shot, baby. That's his bag.
That's his shot.
But he hits that with Giannis all over him, right in
Yeah.
Giannis's face.
Right.
Who is this guy? Like
Yeah.
the grapefruit's on him in those moments. And you know what? That's what you need. Like somebody else got to step up and hit those big grapefruit shots. And Caleb Martin was there late. But Jimmy Butler yesterday, dude, he hit him from wherever he want. He's taking on the trees in Brook Lopez and Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's going at Drew Holiday, one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. He's got the jump shot going, and then he's peacocking with the three. How about the onions to take the three? Oh, they're going down. We went down 2 again. Here's a 3 for you.
Here's the thing.
To give us the lead for good.
Here's the thing. And Jimmy does something that a lot of other guys don't do on that team consistently. And Spo has to yell at him. And that is shoot your way out of it. So whatever happens in the first quarter or whatever happened in the last game does not matter to Jimmy Butler. And I think more guys should do that. In that I've never seen a team that yells at their players for not shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Especially with some of the guys we've had here that it wasn't a problem.
The thing that's interesting about it, though, is like, the thing that I think is interesting, you mentioned how he looked like he was going to be gassed in that second quarter, and he comes in.
I saw him, we have 22 in the first quarter.
Yep.
22 in the first quarter. The team only had 28.
And he assisted on one. So he was responsible for 25 of the 28 points.
Right. Now think of that. And you playing on the court with 4 of the guys.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, there is no way he can make it.
Yeah.
There's no way. Somebody else is going to have to do something.
Bam was off the floor 8 minutes into the first 8 minutes left in the first quarter because of foul trouble.
He pulled the old dunks.
He pulled the dunks.
Dunks made a couple of threes.
Dunks made a couple. I will say, and I can say this now because they won, that officiating last night. Like Spo even wanted to say something after the game because it felt like the fix was in at certain points. Have you ever seen a referee go, my bad? I've never seen that. The guy called a foul on Kyle Lowry for getting ragdolled by Giannis.
But then they switched it to Giannis.
But I know, but the referee actually went
3-4, right?
Yeah.
But
he called it on he goes, huh? And then everybody's Spo's going crazy. And then the referee actually goes, oh, my bad. Switch that 34. I was like, dude, if you're being so bad.
Because he did everything but the cannon drop.
Right.
Like,
I was like,
God, wait, follow me.
Also, that challenge late that Gabe Vincent ghost foul on Grayson Allen.
Dude,
what the
crazy.
hell?
Like,
No fouls.
Out here, bro.
Like, my favorite is like, you ever notice when they feel like nothing happened, they lift up their arms and they just stand there?
How about the referee who just ignored the basketball going over the backboard?
Oh my God!
Bucks
It
got
touched the
That's
top,
cool.
dude.
They can do whatever they want.
That was crazy.
Whatever they want.
That was
So
crazy.
thankfully they win. So I could say that was a horse bleep game by the officials.
It was. I mean, but the Bucks can't complain.
Dude, I mean,
Look,
I can't believe what we witnessed last night, dude. That was such an incredible night.
And here's the thing. It got to the point where you were like, look, just give the ball to the Italians, right? Like, look, I've been waiting for 3 quarters for you guys to assist. You haven't been.
Nope.
Just make sure Jimmy gets the ball.
He
As what we were supposed to say with D Wade.
get the F out of his way.
Yes.
Get the F out of his way.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It was
56 mother bleeping points.
We
last night.
will talk about this game. There's 3 moments in Heat history that I have been privy to. One was the Jordan game right?
Mhm.
When Jordan scored. Jordan scored 56 against the Heat. Then you have LeBron in Boston.
Yep.
When he scored like the last, 22 points or
Yep.
something like
for the
that.
blueprint for the Big Three era.
When D-Wade got the first championship
Made
and
it.
he averaged 39
Not going out like
for
this.
a series, not going out like this. And then Jimmy.
Yeah.
Because and think about this though. Here's what separates Jimmy from those other guys. Although those games were more important when they scored those points. Here's what separates Jimmy from all those guys.
Mhm.
Where's his Shaq?
That's what I'm saying.
Where's his LeBron?
The
Where's his D-Wade?
The thing about the situations you're talking about is, yes, D-Wade was in a bad situation. LeBron was in a bad situation. But those teams were championship contenders. Those teams had superstars. You know, like there was a level of expectation upon them.
There's something to do with.
This is a 1-8 matchup against the title favorite.
Let's think about all of the guys that have had to go at it like Jimmy's doing it. Spider, shut him down. Right? John Morant, give him his. They're getting nothing from anybody else. Right? And then you look at what Jimmy's doing without the supporting cast of these other guys.
Right.
And he's doing like now.
He's lost Tyler Hero.
The one thing that helps this, okay, all those other teams, this team is built on defense.
Yep.
So everybody else on the floor is playing good defense.
Right.
And so that
that strip by Kyle yesterday to start the fast break. It was like, that's the thing, is like, you know, that's their playpen. If they can get those tenacious stops to get out on the run like
and then
that.
they have guys who can run. So Caleb, I mean, as soon as the ball's on the ground, he's gone.
That guy's good.
He's gone.
That guy's good.
And then hold on. Listen.
Who you
That's for the intangible dunking down the middle. I was like, did he dunk that? I'm like, who was that?
Man.
Cody Zeller.
Yep.
Down the middle. I was like, he got at least 17 inches off the ground.
That guy's big.
Right.
He's a big guy.
He's a big guy.
He's a big guy.
But you have, like, what I like about what the Heat do is they got a lot of energy guys. They might not score, but they're going to be all over the place. And it just frustrates the hell out of Giannis and all the other guys, because I'm going to tell you, nobody expected Cody Zeller to dart to the front of the rim. That's not a Cody Zeller thing, right?
I'm
just baffled. It's just like how a guy could have so much success being the only option.
It was insane. And like, this guy in the playoffs, the level he's able to go to, because, like, you know, and by the way, after the All-Star break, Jimmy Butler was one of the best players in the league. You know, Heat's consistently notwithstanding, they were frustrating.
Even the Heat too. They were frustrating.
They were frustrating. Jimmy was not. Jimmy was, from the All-Star break on, incredible. Has had a good year the whole year, but from that last quarter of the season,
when he got that little pick me up for All-Star break.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. It was insane. But dude, I don't know how many times we got to watch this, whether it's Leroy, and I want this guy to get a championship so bad, because 2020 finals. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying what the realities were. You lose your top scorer, you lose Ben Fraffett, and you got the game where he's hunched over the railing because he's doing all he can to go up against juggernauts and LeBron and Anthony Davis. And then you have last year where they take on the Boston Celtics. He gives you 47 on the road to get it to a game 7. He comes up a shot short to get his crack at it again. I want this guy some way, somehow. Right. I don't know if this is going to be the year, but I just, this guy's ability and his desire to win is just so inspiring to watch for this fan base.
Here's the deal though. Most of the time when you win a championship, you have a lot of luck. And that luck comes from injuries. That luck comes from the other team's injuries.
Mm-hmm.
And you just kind of have to weather the storm. So just like what the Bucks are going through now, just like what Philly might have to go through, just like what the Heat are going through. Now, the difference between the Heat and all these other teams is the Heat have been playing with their roster all year because of injuries.
Yep.
So somebody goes down, they just kind of shrug and say, all right.
Used to it.
Right. So the part of luck that is required to win a championship in any sport, the one thing that can't be promised to anybody is health. And that's the thing that you have to get extremely lucky with. Now, the great thing about the Heat is losing Tyler and losing Oladipo, but looking at the bench, you're like, all right, this is the healthiest we've been. Right? Like, regardless of what, this is the healthiest we've been because it's not Kyle Lowry, it's not Bam, it's not Jimmy, it's not Caleb Martin, okay? And Kevin Love doesn't move fast enough to get hurt. It's not Cody Zeller, who's
You think it's impossible for Kevin Love to get hurt? He was OG 4 to 6.
Yeah, listen.
He's taking a lot of injuries, shots to the nuts and cuts to the ear.
He's not putting himself in harm's way unless it's a foul.
Kevin Love did have the quote of the night last night. We'll bring you that, guys. Obviously, we're gonna spend all day today. Marcos,
by the way, Aaron Rodgers been traded to the
who
Jets.
gives a rat's ass about the Jets right now?
Oh, who cares?
If you guys want to celebrate Jimmy Butler, 305-567-0560. I've been told Marcos has a Goosey's-inducing montage on the way. So stay tuned. We're partying today. The Heat are up 3-1. They might have monocles in hand tomorrow night as they are going to try. They got the Bucks on the ropes. Thanks to Jimmy Buckets. Back after this.
Goosey's galore. Previously on
Tobin and Leroy.
I said I was wrong. I told you that beforehand.
Whoa!
But